Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am as Grandcat, and today we are going to try and finish off the Flash Ring Domination LA Night. We've already got ourselves the Myth Dude Love and the WrestleMania 39 Summer Channing Stacks Lorenzo. So let us see, we have 8 shards left to go I believe. And we're just going to see if we can do it in 2 matches. Because we have a tremendous amount of picks remaining. Let's see what we can do with this. So let's go with one of our weaker ones up here in the top left corner. Now we're going to have Dragon Lee attack that after this. And this is how you play Ring Domination. You go with whatever your weakest one is, and you choose the corner that helps you the most. So I've got the up arrow here, and we've got the left arrows going along. Now that's unfortunate because now we can't take over this card. So we're just going to have to go with Big Bronson Reed here. We'll use this to train up our Dominic Mysterio. And then regardless of what happens next, we've already won, but it's impossible to get the perfect game. I went with the right arrow there just to try and make things faster, rather than getting the additional win. So let's see if we can get some of these shards, and hopefully finish off LA Knight. It was the second last shard, very rude of it. Okay, there we go. We've got 2 shards thus far. Oh my goodness. The very last shard. Okay, now there's only 4 shards remaining. That was enough to put us over the edge of our maximum number of wrestlers that we're allowed to have. Okay, with only 4 shards left, I think we're in good standing to finish this off in this game. So I'm going to explain exactly what I'm doing here. So, I have these 2 cards that are not useful. I have 2 right arrows, 1 left arrow, and 1 up arrow. So that means I'm going to put my weakest card here in the top right, and that is so that my up arrow can attack it, and either of my 2 right arrows can attack here. The reason I'm going for this one is because I've got 2 right arrows and only 1 left arrow. So if I were to put it here, it'll be able to attack left once. If I put it here, it'll be able to attack right multiple times. So let's put our weakest card up here. We expect this one to be destroyed. So the opponent is using the right arrow of the John Cena. We are now going to use our up arrow, and by doing that, that means the opponent can no longer get to our weak card, and we have it completely taken. And also, the opponent now has to deal with a stronger card, so they're probably not going to attack it, they're going to put it somewhere else. So because of that, we know that if the opponent puts a card here, we are unable to actually get it. So we have to put a card here, and we have to choose either right or down arrow. We don't have any down arrows, so we're going to use our Matt Riddle to take on John Cena. And he's going to win that game, which also helps train up our Matt Riddle. And now we have to wait and see what the computer wants to do. He's put one there. We don't have any up or down arrows. So now at this point, I'm going to put my strongest card, which is Joe Gacy, into the centre here, because the computer shouldn't be able to beat it. And then it doesn't matter what card I put on the other side, we have already won. And that's how you play Ring Domination. Nice and simple. Once again, they want to leave it to the very, very last shard for us to get anything. Oh my god! I didn't even realise that my equipment was that high up. Well, it looks like we're going to have to do another game then. That is unbelievable. Let's get rid of some of that equipment. Okay, what is our worst equipment? Okay, we're not getting rid of event equipment, but get rid of some of these, which are mildly useless. Okay, so if I get rid of 8 of them, that should help a little bit. I can't believe that. That was that was so ridiculous. Okay, we'll start trading up our Otis. The only reason I've kept the Otis is because he is... Well, we don't really need him, but if we get a pro, then it would be better than one of our up arrows. And that's what we are thinking, so it's not enhancement, it's equipment. Yep, that is good enough. Oh yeah, ducky. Although I don't think Otis says that any longer. Right, well, there we are. We still have 4.5 minutes to wait. We could wait 4.5 minutes, or we could buy a bout. Unfortunately, there's no way to pause the recording. I've tried it in the past. When you're screen recording, you can't pause. When you're recording via the camera, you can pause. That just seems backwards to me as to why that happens, but it is the way that things are. I really don't want to go wasting the credits to buy another bout. Instead, let's do something else. Let's go into PvP and we'll do a couple of Elimination Chambers. So Elimination Chamber, you just always want to use your best cards. There's no cheating way around this. Let's just jump into it. Oh, and I have to type in a code? Oh my goodness. I pressed the C instead of the enter button. That was me. I looked over to my left. There was something that happened over there. And I looked away from the screen for a second. Okay, so power and toughness. We should win that. This is using our fusion Tommaso Ciampa. Looks a little bit like Frankenstein and the Mummy combined. We'll use our Dominic Mysterio. We should win that match against Montez Ford. And we can use Dragon Lee here. Okay, now Dominic has already used his power and charisma, but we still have the toughness and speed, so that is the one we're going to go with. That was quite lucky. Taking out Mick Foley. Dominic managed to take down 2 cards. Now, Tommaso Ciampa's power and toughness have already been used. We're just going to go with the blank one, which is Carmelo Hayes. It is him very self. And Trick Williams is going to finish this off for us, because I don't imagine the computer beating this. And there we go, we have won a perfect game, nice and easily on Elimination Chamber. And we are going to have to use some of these draft picks now. Really refusal to give us anything. There we are, we've got a pick doubler. Pick doubler is completely fine. So the reason I'm going for the right hand side is because I've noticed that the right hand side gives you more chances of resets. I'm not sure why that's happening, but it is the way that it is going at the moment. And well, let's try the right hand side once again. Let's go for this one. Nope, we got a Shelter Benjamin, which we did not need. And back to picking cards once again. See if we can get anything of interest. Second last card. How ridiculous. Okay, how close are we now? Oh, we have our last one that we should need. At least I hope this is the last one we need. If we get screwed over again and kicked back out. Which again, I made a previous video about, that Cat Daddy really needs to fix that. That you should have the ability to just go in and pick shards in the same way that you can go in and get drafts. So we have 2 weak cards, 2 right arrows, 1 left arrow and 1 up arrow. So we're going to go for the top right so that we have 2 right arrows that can attack and 1 up arrow that can attack. So we're going to use Dragon Lee here to take out Mustafa Ali. And then the computer shouldn't be able to beat Dragon Lee, so we'll probably put a card somewhere else. Okay, that is completely fine. We're going to get Riddle to take on Rey Mysterio. And we're going to see what the computer does after that. Okay, now, unfortunately, we only have 1 right arrow that can attack. We have, of course, our Cactus Jack, who's also right arrow, but that is not helpful. So, in this instance, we can only attack one or the others, which means we can't get a perfect game anymore. So we're just going to go for the best that we can. And then a left arrow, and that is perfectly fine. And now, we should be able to finish off the LA Knight. Unless anything else happens to get in my way. And there we are. Yeah! We have got ourselves an LA Knight. So, interestingly, you can select all, and it does let you dust your LA Knight. So you must make sure that you lock that down. You shouldn't be able to. You shouldn't be able to dust event cards. However, this is once again down to Cat Daddy. It is something that you need to be careful of. Make sure that you do not accidentally dust your event card that you just spent all that time working on. So we're going to dust the remaining cards. We're going to keep our LA Knight. Make sure that he is locked down. And we have now unlocked the heroic ring domination. I'm going to take a screenshot of that as well, because that might also be the thumbnail. And we have WrestleMania 39 myth card and the heroic upgrade. And I have been told that the myth card is supposedly Kaiser, I believe. I think it's Von Kaiser. Let's take a quick look at LA Knight here, see what we want to do with him. I'm not sure what image we want to go with. That one's kind of serious. That's not so terrible, if I'm honest. It's very early on NXT LA Knight. I think I'm going to stick with that one for the time being. Now, let me just... I want to go through the myth cards here. Yeah, so Ludwig Kaiser is a left arrow. I had a feeling that we already had him, but I think I've already trained away my Ludwig Kaiser. I don't think I have him any longer. Yes, because we already maxed out on our left arrows. The Ilya Dragunov and Karrion Kross, and of course the Dominic Mysterio was sufficient enough. And Dominic Mysterio is only 9 games away from finishing his thing. He does have momentum on him, which is why he is stronger than the Fusion Tommaso Ciampa. For anyone wondering, Dominic Mysterio is not that powerful. That is only with the momentum. So I am now going to train up my LA Knight. Yeah. And then it's probably going to be the Austin Theory that's going to eventually come out. Because if we look at our Dan Arrows, Austin Theory is our weakest Dan Arrow. We have the Fusion Tommaso Ciampa. We have the Summer Trick Williams. And of course we have the Double Heroic Bronson Reed. And I think the Double Heroic LA Knight is going to be stronger than Double Heroic Bronson Reed is. So we shall need to wait and see once that happens. But there we are, folks. That is Ring Domination completed for the time being, with 1 day and 13 hours left to finish off the Heroic. Remember that the the Flash War Games will start. Let me try that again. The Flash War Games will start the second that Ring Domination finishes, so do be aware. Remember that in 1 day and 13 hours, War Games is going to start. So don't just think that once you get one LA Knight, that's you finished, you're done for the weekend. Remember that you do have another event that happens immediately as the Ring Domination finishes, so be prepared for that. But that is going to be it for this little video, folks. I really hope you all enjoyed. If you did enjoy it, please give me a like, share and subscribe. And if you are subscribed, make sure you click that notification icon so you can see when more of these videos go up. And we shall see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.